Hi guys, I had to start this video over like 5 times already because the first time there was a really loud noise from downstairs, and the second time my cat was in the room and he was going all around and knocking the screen, and I thought it would probably be distracting as well, so I put him outside. And that happened a lot. He kept coming in, so hopefully he won't come in anymore. He's black and white. He's really cute, but kind of annoying in videos. Anyway, I made a video the other day, but the sound didn't match the video because I took it on photo booth, and I guess that's the reason. And I tried to capture it via iMovie because I thought that would work better, but it turned out that I couldn't figure out how to do that on iMovie. I'm kind of challenged, but so I'm gonna hope for the best on this one, maybe make it a little shorter. That other video was around 20 minutes long, and I'll try to keep this one at maybe 10 or something like that. I don't have a lot to talk about, just a couple things. The first one, and I'm probably going to delete that first video just because I don't want something that bugs me on my channel, because I'm kind of, I don't know, that stuff bothers me if it doesn't match up. But in that video I talked about a book I was reading. And it's going to be reversed, obviously. I was reading By Nightfall by Michael Cunningham, and I bought this book from Amazon. It's used. A couple weeks ago, after I read The Hours, that's also by Michael Cunningham. So I read The Hours and I loved it, so I just went and ordered By Nightfall, Flesh and Blood, I think is the other one, and one that's kind of science-y. What is that one called? Something about specimens. And I thought about reading that one next, but actually I had a change in plans, which I'm going to talk about. So I finished this, and I liked it up until about halfway, and then halfway through I got really annoyed with the protagonist, and the protagonist's name is Peter Harris, and I got really fed up with him. So the book is, let's see, it's like 230 pages. For about 50 pages, probably more, maybe for like half the book, I was really annoyed. And I kept wanting things to change. I just wanted this protagonist to just wake up and realize what he was doing that was wrong. And then I had like 10 pages left, and I couldn't bring myself to read it. I was just like so bored and angry about it. And so I took a bath and brought it into the bath with me, and still didn't finish it, even though I took a bath for like 30 minutes. That's probably too much information, whatever. And I then sat in my bed and was like, okay, I'm gonna get through this. It's not a big deal. I can do it. And I did it, and the last sentence is my favorite because it resolves everything, and it's one of those endings that you think, okay, nothing much has happened in this book. The ending can't be too dramatic, can it? And it wasn't dramatic, but it was perfect. In one sentence, it said all that needed to be said. And so I ended up actually enjoying this book in the end, because I think that's what the author intended, that you would be frustrated with the character, but then everything would be resolved in the end. So I read that, and the next book I'm going to talk about something that really annoyed me. So today I was online looking at, just on the internet, and I saw that a trailer had been released for a new movie called The Giver. And The Giver is a book that was published in the mid 90s, maybe 93 or 94. And it deals with kind of a utopian society. And it's kind of complicated to explain in just a few minutes. You really have to read it to get the right feel for it, but it's kind of unsettling. It always left me with this really kind of almost nauseous feeling, which I love in a book that it does that. And I saw this trailer for the movie, and it doesn't look anything like how I imagined the book to be. And I know I can't expect a film to follow the book. It's up to the filmmakers, really. But I can't believe that they would get the rights to this book and then destroy it in the film version. It looks like a Hollywood blockbuster. It has Meryl Streep and Jeff Bridges in it, and I love Meryl Streep, so I think I'll watch it, but not happily. One of the main parts in the book that you don't realize until halfway through, and maybe I shouldn't say it. Whatever, I'll say it. Basically, it's about a boy, and in this society, each man is matched up with a spouse, and then they're given 2 children. And when the child reaches, I think, 12 years old, they're assigned a job, and then they kind of start that job, and then at a certain age, they are also given a spouse. So it's just like this regimented society where everything is under control, everything like that. And I imagined it kind of in sort of a rural setting, not in a futuristic setting at all, really. But in the book, the boy Jonas, he is assigned to be the next giver, and it's a really rare job. Like, one person gets it per many, many years. Anyway, he gets the job, and he has to go and speak with this older man, and who gives him memories from before. And one of the things that struck me a lot was that this boy Jonas finally experiences color. And for the whole book, I was obviously imagining it as the life I know now, so I wasn't thinking about it being colorless. And then suddenly you realize in the book that if Jonas hasn't seen colors before, then everything in his life is black and white, right? So if I thought of a movie, I always thought that would be really interesting, because then they would shoot it in black and white. Well, the trailer showed it completely in color. It looked like a lot of special effects, big budget. It looked like it didn't follow the book at all, and I was really upset. I'll read you the back of the book. I have an old copy. It's by Lois Lowry, and she also wrote Number the Stars, which is a book that a lot of kids have to read in school. I didn't have to read it in school, but I know that she wrote it and I read it. Yeah, it was published in 1993, and it was really controversial when it came out. It was kind of like The Catcher in the Rye, and kids read that. In high school, I was told to read that. I actually hated The Catcher in the Rye, but I was told to read that, and we dissected The Catcher in the Rye, but I don't think kids read The Giver in school, and I think it is really thought-provoking and it should be read, but I'll read you the back. Jonah's world is perfect. Everything is under control. There is no war or fear or pain. There are no choices. Every person is assigned a role in the community. When Jonas turns 12, he is singled out to receive special training from the giver. The giver alone holds the memories of the true pain and pleasure of life. Now it's time for Jonas to receive the truth. There is no turning back. That's what the back says. And it's like 180 pages. You could easily read it in a day, maybe 2 days. I'm going to read it again now because I'm going to soothe the pain of how bad the movie looks by reading the book and remembering how good it is. Something else I want to talk about really quickly before I turn off the video, and if the sound isn't synced up again, I'm just going to publish it and you can just listen to me talk, which is what I usually do with ASMR. I don't necessarily watch the video. In fact, I rarely watch the video. I just listen to it. I was reading a book to a baby the other day. I was reading her Madeline, and when I was a child, my mom used to read to me every night. She read books like that when I was younger, and then as we grew up, she read more complicated books. We read The Little Princess, The Secret Garden, and eventually we read Jane Eyre. She read us Jane Eyre out loud. And anyway, I was reading Madeline to this little baby, and something about the rhyme of it or something, or just maybe having this baby on my lap and reading a book to her was really soothing, and I was like putting myself to sleep almost. So I was wondering if I could do like reading a book or something like that, like a couple chapters in a video. You could listen to it if you wanted to. I've heard 2 people actually read the first chapter of Alice in Wonderland. Visual Sounds 1 did it, and I love hers. I watched that so many times. Well, I listened to it so many times. And someone else did it. I can't remember who. That's gonna bug me. But I could read The Giver if you wanted me to. I could read also children's books because my mom also collects children's books and has them all over the wall. I could get some and read them to you. I love reading out loud. It's so soothing to me, really. I wish there were more people on YouTube that read just books. If you know of any, you should tell me who they are because that's really relaxing to me to hear people read. I think I'm gonna go now because I'm getting tired of talking and I'm sitting on the floor because people are watching Parks and Recreation downstairs and someone's playing the guitar in the other room. If there's noise distraction, I'm really sorry. And yeah, I'll probably delete that other video and try to put this up, maybe put it up through iMovie and see if the sound will sync up, and if it doesn't, oh well, you'll just have to listen to it. I don't have a camera. I mean, I guess I could film on my iPhone. I have another YouTube channel that I'm not gonna tell you what it is right now, but I film art videos and I use my iPhone for that, and it gives really good quality, actually, like really, really good quality, especially with the update. So maybe I'll do that if I'm desperate. but I really don't want to buy a camera if I already have a webcam. Okay, well, I hope you got bored by this video and fell asleep, or I hope you are going to lament with me about how bad the new movie looks. I'm a little bit sick. Sorry if I've like rubbed my face the whole time. Alright, well, here I go. It's been about 16 minutes, so I really hope you're asleep. Have a good day.